during the day because the lighting is usually pretty awful. But right now I'm giving it a try because I got plans later. And you know what? YOLO. Honestly, it's 2020. The weirdest stuff is around us right now. So hey, if the weirdest thing that happens is my lighting's off, not the end of the world. So my name is Megan Summer. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, go ahead and like the video, hit the little bell notifications button so you don't miss any videos from me. And let's get into the video. So, first of all, you might notice my makeup is a little different. My friend Cody and I went to get our makeup done. We had a little girls' day. She took me to get my hair and my makeup done, and we got little blowouts. The hair, very average, it fell out, but the makeup, fire. She did a really, really good job. I let her do whatever she wanted. You know, I don't mind color. Let me show you the shoes I'm wearing really quick. Check these out. Pretty cool, huh? Some sneaks with some sequins. Yeah, goes with, she like did my makeup based off my shoes. So I think the first video we'll do today is, you know, it's really, ghosting sucks. Ghosting really, really sucks. Don't do it. Don't ghost. Have I ghosted? Yeah, I have. And I used to do it, I mean, I'm sure I used to do it not in a very nice way, but I've grown a lot, as we all have, you know? But the only reason I ghost anymore is if somebody makes me feel like actually uncomfortable to the point where I don't trust them knowing my real opinion, because I have no problem speaking my truth. Like, if I think that we're better off platonic, I'm happy to say that. That's totally fine. You know, if I just met somebody else, like, it's fine. Like, I have no problem really telling you that. And I'd love to like stay friendly or friends or however like that particular situation is. But if somebody actually makes me feel, you know, uncomfortable, you know, in your stomach, when you're just like, something's off here to the point that I can't put my finger on it, but I don't feel comfortable with you knowing any of these reasons, because either you're gonna like take some weird retaliation, or I feel like you might try to like trash my name or something. Like, I don't want you to know anything more about me. When I feel like I'm possibly in some sort of like danger or some subset of danger that I feel just things are creepy, that's really the only time that I'll ghost. And like, that's where I feel like it's okay, you know? But the times that happens are very rare. And I can, you know, some people might say, no, you've done, you know, you've ghosted a few times. It's like, yeah, but I can tell you like why they made me feel uncomfortable. Because I feel like safety and like all of that is very, very, very important. Like, especially as a female, you know, and especially if you like know where I live and stuff, like, I don't know. Anyway, so that's really the only time I do it. But ghosting is really traumatic for people. People just don't want to have that open loop in their mind of what happened. They'd rather have a reason most of the time. Like, hey, I met someone else. Reasonable. And somebody that doesn't find that reasonable, it's very, you know, obvious that it's like, okay, bye then. Like, no, not okay. Or, you know, I'm not interested in dating right now. I'm going to take some time for myself. Reasonable. Cool. Like, everything can be just communicated rather than completely ghosted. So I made a video a while ago about a guy who we had like a texting issue, and yeah, so that ended really badly, and he ended up like kind of ghosting me, and then like he would wait like 24 to 48 hours still to text me back, which I think is like rude, because we had just had a conversation where I was like, hey, if you just want to be friends, it's totally fine. Like, I'm down with that. Like, you're busy. Like, I know you're busy. But at the same time, like, I have my standard for everybody that I date. And if you can't meet that standard, let's just stay friends. Like, we get along great. Like, not a problem. It's totally chill. Like, you're a cool person. Like, let's stay friends. It's cool. He's like, no, I want more. And I'm like, hey, so this, and this is like what I need. Like, I need to talk to you like more than once every 2 days. Even if it's one text that says, hey, I'm busy today. I'll try to text you within the next couple days and we'll set up a plan. Bueno, like, I know that you're going to be in touch, like, not a problem. We're setting like the stage, everything's cool. And I was like, and I need to see you, you know, every once in a while when you're free. He's like, okay, cool. We'll definitely get better at communication, and we'll make, you know, a little more time happen when I'm free. Like, even if it's just in between like work and stuff. I'm like, cool, let's try it. And then didn't hear from him for like 36 hours. Got freaked out. And yeah, it was just like a whole anxiety situation. And then we had like a little blow up or whatever. But the thing is, he didn't even let us end things on a nice note. Like, I'm about as chill as it gets when it comes to like ending things. I'm like, hey, if we're not meant for each other, for real, like, this is how I handle things. Like, it's fine. But let's talk, let's have a conversation. I wish you the best. Like, there's no ill will here. Everything's cool. Like, legit, if you're ever in town and you want to grab a drink, you know, 2 years from now, you have a friend here. It's totally fine. We didn't work out romantically. That doesn't mean we didn't get along. Like, it's totally fine. But he didn't even do that. He was just, I don't know if it was like some narcissism. I don't know what it is. I don't like to throw that word around, but like all of the things that have went on in my brain, like to not even give me like a final conversation or even like a text message or anything like that, to just leave it on an open loop after going out a few times over a few weeks, is just really poor behavior in my opinion. So I just know the open loop that it created in my brain, where I just really wanted to close that with some like ending on decent terms and like things not being bad vibes when they don't have to be. Like, when things are just, we're totally fine, there's no reason for this. We don't want to do that to people, you guys. Like, it's not fun, it's not healthy. Like, there's no reason to leave someone with that rumination in their mind of, hey, what happened? Just tell them what happened. Again, unless you feel like uncomfortable by that person, unless you feel like, you know, you're in danger or something, if you tell them the actual real reason, like, it's nice to communicate. And I think it's also like a sign of growth with us when we start to embrace that kind of communication, where it's almost like a selfless act. Like, for me, I don't have to tell you what isn't working, but because it's something that your mind is gonna crave, I will do that for you. You know what I mean? Like, it's very empathic in my opinion. So again, have I ghosted? Yes. Do I think it's a good practice? No. Do I think that there's times where it's most appropriate depending on comfort level with that person and fear of like, again, retaliation or something like that? Your body will tell you when things are like just off like that. Sure. Or you can let them know, and then if they just act poorly, you can just block them or do whatever you need to do. But otherwise, just an honest adult to adult conversation, communication, especially after you've went out a couple of times, is just a really like cool, classy way to handle things. Again, like, I'm the first person to say that I'm not perfect with this. I've, you know, I'm sure in the past, and I know in the past few months I've probably ghosted a couple of people, but those were the people that honestly made me feel so uncomfortable. And like, I have examples of those, but I would prefer to like protect people's privacy and stuff like that. They just made me feel so uncomfortable. There were so many red flags that I was like, I can't communicate in the way that I would normally communicate because of the way that this other person is acting and bringing themselves to the table. Like, it's just not gonna happen. So like, you can use your discretion, but just above all, ghosting sucks. It really, really sucks. And that open loop will drive people crazy when you can just close it for them. And that is just such an act of kindness, because I know for me, like, we're going on like week 3, 4 almost with that other person, like, leaving me completely hanging, and I'm completely over it romantically. I'm good. Like, whatever. It's just a person. There's billions of other people. I always say there's a million people. There's more than a million people. There are billions of people out there. But it's just that he wouldn't even care about me enough, or my mental health, or, you know, any of that, even after going out a few times, to give me a simple 3-minute conversation to where we can set the record straight, everything's cool, just end on a nice note. And to me, that just screams immature and just a lack of empathy for somebody else. So if we just can avoid doing that to other people, I think that's a really good step in the right direction. So anyway, my name is Megan Summer. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and click like and subscribe. As I said before, click the bell notifications. there's a lot of stuff going on in my life. I've said in a couple other videos. I do have a website now. It's megansummer.com. If you want to get any advice from me, you're still more than welcome to put your question in the comments or email me at lovemegansummer@gmail.com. Or you can always go to megansummer.com and get my advice one-on-one via like a Zoom call. And it's as low as $25. So yeah, if you want my advice, if you want to talk to me about something that's going on and get like my opinion or just chit chat, find me on there. And you can always add me to Instagram. It's lovemegansummer. And I'm gonna have some really other cool things happening. I'm working on selling some vintage clothes. That's in the works. So I need to get them listed soon. I'm just deciding how I want to do that, but look for that coming up soon. I'm gonna have crop tops, jackets, hats, all sorts of really neat things that you can add into your normal staples just to like give your wardrobe just that like hit of like pizzazz and like just interesting things. Like you see how I have my weird shoes on with this black dress. It's just kind of fun, you know? Like look at this weird ring. It's just cool. Like it just sets everything off. So I'm gonna be selling some of my cool finds, and I'll keep you guys updated on that too. So anyway, love you guys. Again, comment any of your questions, all that good stuff, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.